caramba! You know, the thing about it, my friends, is Floyd Mayweather Jr., he does not agree with Manny Pacquiao's promoter, Bob Arum. You know, in regard to the Cinco de Mayo holiday of May 2nd, just being for fighters like Saul Canelo Alvarez on this Mexican holiday. Now, Mayweather feels that anyone has the right to fight on these dates. He points out he got Mexican fans and he should be allowed to fight on one of the Mexican holidays like he's been doing recently. And, quote, you know, when I hear Cinco de Mayo, just for the Mexicans, the last time I checked any holiday is for anyone. Mayweather said, and he said you can't argue with Mayweather about that. You know, there's no laws in America that non-Mexican fighters can't fight on Mexican holidays. If Mayweather wants to fight on Mexican holidays in May and September, then he has the right to do it, in fact. Now, Mayweather says Miguel Cotto, the fighter that Arum is trying to match up against Canelo on Cinco de Mayo, easy into Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. Now, Mayweather thinks that they should, they should take the fight into Mexico in order to honor the holiday, But the real question is, will Arum chose to block the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight on May 2nd for a smaller fight between the Cotto and Canelo? That's the major question here. Now, if Arum does this, then he'll be potentially losing out a ton of money because we're talking about two different levels of fight here. Cotto Canelo, as nice of a fight as it is, saying it will probably do a little more than 1 million pay-per-view buys under the top circumstances. Now, we're talking about fighters that have never proven to be able to sell more than 300,000 pay-per-view buys when they were, the A side of the pay-per-view card. Now, when you match them together, you get a little over 1 million pay-per-view buys. In comparison to a Mayweather-Pacquiao, you could do 3 million buys. Would Arum be willing to lose out on a much bigger fight for a smaller one? It's hard to believe he would sacrifice the bigger fight for the smaller fight, but it is possible. Now, I beat both Canelo and, Cotto and Mayweather. It's not just that Mayweather beat both of them, but he also brings in many more pay-per-view buys than either of them on the A side of the fight. That's the thing you have to focus on here. Zero in on it. Because if you're to pick which fight would do better under the circumstances of Cinco de Mayo, it's obvious Mayweather and Pacquiao comes out way, way ahead of the Cotto Canelo, the Battle of the Seas.